All right, kiddo. What episode are we on?
Episode
30. That's crazy.
30.
Unbelievable. Here we go.
We did 30. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. We did 30 of these. Are you kidding me, Skylar? I'm glad you're keeping track, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
30. That's about like a month. That's longer than February. It's good to be here with you all tonight. It's Sunday. This is what an interesting day for us. It is a little gloomy here. It was nicer this morning. The weather is Nashville. We don't know what the weather's doing. We're confused. It's cold, it's hot, it's freezing, the heat's on, the air's on. We don't know what's going on. Who's on? Let's see who's on. It's kind of a quiet Sunday. Hi, New Jersey. When I started this, my idea was to come to you live every evening from our home to sort of share information, to share stories, to have community, to build community, to quite frankly give us something to do. To do shout outs to important things going on in the neighborhood, important things going on in the world, to highlight some local charities, then to highlight some not so local charities, to talk about nonprofits, to talk about people making a difference. And then after it went more than a week or so, we were like, woo, what are we going to do every night? Okay, well, we're going to sing songs. Maybe I'll sing some original music. Maybe I'll sing some covers. Maybe I'll sing some new stuff. Maybe I'll sing some old stuff. Then I started singing some really old stuff. And then I started singing some covers I'd never done before. And I was like, well, we have to reach out to our friends and make sure they're all okay. So every night we would interview a guest, maybe one guest, maybe two guests, maybe musicians, maybe instrumentalists, maybe some therapists, some artists, some people changing the world, some actors, some educators. It's been amazing and incredible, and it's been good for our heart, and I hope it's been good for your hearts too. Yesterday we had a pub crawl. What? Were you there? Did you join us? It was an all ages pub crawl, as Skylar told us, with her very pretty Shirley Temple. And we had some Irish music on, and some we had one pub right here in our house, and then we had a pub in California and a pub in New York. It was really great. Did you have fun? Was that something fun for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you like that? Did you like the fiddle music at the end? That was so fun when Lena was playing her fiddle. We were dancing up a storm. It was crazy. So let's see who's on. Joanne is on. Greetings from Chicago. It's nice to see you. I know a lot of you watch this after the fact because the timing is a little bit, not great for some people, especially if you're one of the lucky people that's kind of still working during the day and holding down a job, or online doing work, or even going out and still doing work. And let me preface this by saying we always know how lucky we are that we can be in our home and with our family, and that we're healthy, and that we're in these safe four walls when so many people have to go to work every day to make sure that we're okay and to make sure that we're safe. And we really, really get that, and we really, really appreciate it. And we don't for one moment take for granted that that's the truth of what our situation is, and we feel lucky. But we've also had to come up with some theme nights. So we had 80s night. We had a pub crawl last night that was super fun. We had kids night, which we're having again. We had cooking night, a cooking show. We did a cooking show. That was so fun. That was really fun. All of these episodes are up. Where are they up, Andrew McGinnis?
They are on YouTube, on your YouTube page.
Yes, you've been really on top of
I'm
getting
trying.
up there. I'm super impressed.
Go and subscribe, people.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Donna. Hi, Kay. I'm so happy that you've been able to do that for us, because I don't really know how to do it. So thanks for doing that. And then you also were really kind to ask people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is something that I forgot to do, like for 30 episodes. So I'll do it now. If I haven't said it yet, we have a YouTube channel. If you subscribe to it, we're trying to find different ways to stream this. Facebook is working out great, but there are other ways that we can stream across different platforms at the same time, which might be kind of cool. Speaking of which, I just realized I have to share this to my other page.
Do that.
So if you go on my YouTube channel and just hit the little red button, subscribe, that's one way that we can get this out to maybe a few other people that might want to see it. You can also, I'm supposed to tell you this, you can also do a watch party. So if you're watching along and you find out that like there's a guest on that you really think is fun, or I'm going to talk about something that's important to you, or I'm going to sing something that you like that you haven't heard in tens of years, then feel free to host a watch party. So here I go. I'm going to share to my page right now. Here we go. Randi Driscoll music coming at you. And this is always a public platform, and everyone can see it. And did she do it? I think I did it. Yes. Okay, let's check in, see who else is on. Daniel's on, Donna's on, oh yay, another Donna, Donna L and Donna G, yes. Thanks for checking in, guys, and you probably see a whole lot of people that I don't see.
I do.
Yeah, tell me, do you want to tell me any of them?
Donna Larson just came on.
That's Donna L, I just said Donna L.
Oh, well, you know
all
what?
All the Donnas.
Cliff Miller, did you say Cliff Miller?
I didn't say hi to Cliff. Hey, Cliff, thanks for that tip you gave me, Cliff. Oh, I should tell you about this week before we get into tonight.
My fellow realtor, Kay Self. So thank you, Kay.
Hi, Kay. Okay, so tomorrow is a fun night. It's poetry night. So we're gonna have 3 amazing poets on from all over the country. Very exciting. Poetry and wine, I called it. I didn't call it that online. I think I just added the wine. Maybe that part's just for me. Poetry and wine. Wednesday is Earth Day, so we're celebrating Earth Day. That's gonna be a phenomenal show. Skylar Faith has her hand up. My daughter,
Oh,
my audience.
keep
of
it up,
one is
keep it up,
raising her
yes.
hand.
So
Yeah,
what
go
are we
ahead.
having for dinner?
We don't know. Yeah, that's one of
Man,
the
she's
first
keeping the
things.
show moving is what she is.
Yeah, I'm supposed to say what we did with our day
Yeah.
and what I had for dinner, and I hadn't gotten to that yet because I just don't know it. We have lots of stuff in the fridge. We're
Hey,
very
Skylar.
blessed. We have food. And
Hey,
we have
Skylar,
leftovers,
what are you
yeah.
snacking on over there?
Yeah.
Goldfish?
Are you sharing with us?
Goldfish.
No.
So
No.
that's what we're
Mhm.
having for dinner, goldfish. No
There you go.
kidding. And then we have a beautiful guest tonight, but I'll get to that in a moment. We just want to do a shout out, as always, to the people that are hurting right now. We have several friends that are sick with this virus and several friends of friends, and we know a lot of people. We spoke to some of our friends from the Broadway community. We know there are people in that community that are really hurting right now. So we want to send our love and prayers out to everyone who is affected by this. It's incredible. Let me put it this way: you may think you don't know someone that is ill with this virus, but you do. You absolutely do. Whether or not they are letting you know that, there are a lot of sick people out there, and so we just want to send prayers out,
Sorry,
especially right now.
I don't know what I did. Hold on.
What happened?
I accidentally
Honey?
flipped. So at the moment you were being very nice,
What
I
happened?
flipped the camera on me so people got to see me for a bit.
Did you look on?
I was trying to
Let me
like
introduce
people's
you all
comments.
to my handsome husband.
I apologize,
His name is
everybody.
Dennis. You're doing a good job, honey. You were never meant to be a cameraman. That
No.
was not your first job, but you're
No.
doing a great job. Skylar Faith, you're an amazing audience and a stage manager. You're doing great. So tonight is the Sunday show, and we were feeling a little bit. We were prayerful today and thinking all kinds of thoughts about people. So I'm gonna do a song I haven't sung in a long time, but it felt appropriate for tonight. It's an old folk song. I used to sing it a lot on the ship. But here we go. You hear the birds? They're so pretty. The water is wide, and we cannot get o'er, and neither have we wings to fly. Give us a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and There is a ship, she sails the sea. She's laden deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not how to sing or swim. The water is wide, and we cannot get o'er, and neither have we wings to fly. But give us a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and
Woo! Lots of hearts of love over there coming up.
Skylar, that's sweet. You always clap. You don't have to clap all the time. But it's sweet. Oh, I'm feeling all kind of feels today. How are you feeling? Are you feeling the feels today? It's that kind of a day. It's Sunday, right? It's okay. It's not, we listen, this is what you need to know. We do lots of crazy things. We dress up in costumes and we act nuts and we have theme nights. But we also have a lot of deep moments where we're thinking about all of you. And I'm not joking when I say that this is such an important way for me to reach out to my community and make sure you guys are okay. And I appreciate you reaching back in. So thanks for doing that. Okay, let's see. Oh, the twinkle lights look good. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Shondell. We're going to be talking to you later this week. I hope there's someone at the door. What happened? Oh, not yet.
Maybe,
One more time.
Maybe he's just like, oh, hey.
At the door. I wasn't sure.
Was it a ding-dong ditch?
I am sorry, a ding-dong ditch. Well, hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, friend. How are you? It's so nice to see you.
Well, little toasty down here in Florida.
Yes, this is.
94 in the shade today.
No, you're kidding. Seriously? Oh my goodness.
Seriously, yeah, it's so hot. I mean, like I'm doing some yard. We got 12 new arrivals, 12 baby chicks. We have some Easter egg chicks too. They actually when they lay eggs, their eggs are pastel blue and pastel green.
Oh, Skylar Faith, my 7-year-old is very excited about these chicks. Well, let me tell this fine audience who this is, because a lot of people do know you. You're already getting a lot of waves and highs, but there might be a few that don't. So this is my friend Tim McGeary. He's an amazing songwriter, a beautiful human. I'm so blessed to know him, and a big shout out to my friend Gio for the introduction. I really appreciate that. I hope he's watching. So you're calling in from where in Florida? Are you calling in from, friend?
I'm from Naples, Florida, on
Very
the west
nice.
side.
Very nice.
I've been here like 25 years.
Wow.
Same now. So I've been here since 88. Yeah, something like
Wow.
that. I've been here for a while.
Well, that's.
We're almost Floridians.
Well, yeah. Well, that's so interesting to me because that's not how I know you. I know you because even though you live in Florida, you spend a whole lot of time in Nashville, Tennessee. You're like an amazing songwriter, and he's also a very dedicated songwriter. So this guy is always up here. You come up here several times a year, right? And he's writing with people, and he's networking, and he's doing showcases. Tell him your deal.
Well, I'm an old 80s rocker, actually. I was with A&M Records back in the 80s, and we used to open up for like anyone that was famous, like in 83, 84, like Duran Duran, Billy Idol, Depeche Mode, Patti Smith and Scales, Stray Cats, Modern England. I mean, we never headlined, we just opened straight.
Yeah.
And but I was doing a lot of songwriting, and my friend said, like, you should go up to Nashville because you write all the time. So of course, when I went up to Nashville, like, well, I'm a songwriter, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I came up here and got totally schooled, but I try to come up, like, now I come out, like, about 4 or 5 times a year. I stay for about 2 weeks, and I try to write anywhere from 20 to 25 songs when I'm up there. So it's like, when I'm there, it's like, I leave at the house at 8:30 in the morning, and I don't get back to 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
So between that, Belcourt Taps,
woo!
and
Oh,
so
man.
much fun, and
So
studio work, so yeah, it's really fun, and I don't know, music's part of me. It's like it's like the songwriter's curse, right? It's great you can do it, but just never goes away. So
It doesn't, and I have to say it again because I like to say it, and I get to say it because I have a talk show. Look at that. Who knew, right? Out of my music room in Nashville. No, but it's really great because of meeting you. At a songwriter night at Belcourt Taps one night when I came out to a songwriter night, just to kind of hang and see some of the local talent perform, which is always just an amazing night in Nashville. I met so many beautiful people, and I love it when good people introduce me to other good people. You really do surround yourself with some lovely, lovely people, and there are a million songwriters in Nashville. And so many of them are unbelievably talented, and many of them are super kind. But I love the circle that you've also brought me into. So thanks so much for that. I love your songwriter nights. I can't wait till you come back and we do it again, right?
I know. This whole COVID-19 is crazy.
I know. You know what? I was thinking of you because I know you like to get in that car and go. I mean, he's the guy who's like, planning, 2 months. Okay, I'm going to be there in 2 months. So we're going to write on a Tuesday, and then maybe we'll write again on a Thursday, and then I want you to come to Belcourt on a Wednesday. When this happened, I was totally thinking of you like, oh gosh, this guy's going to be stir crazy. But have you been writing at all while you've been sort of like there in Florida, not traveling as much?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of writing on Skype and on Zoom.
Yes.
I have some people, I write with a guy in Denmark, Anderson, and then I have people that here like in town, and then I have people in Nashville, and my friends in California. So we just you can't turn it off, so you must have choose it. We had to find a different way.
Yep.
I like being in the same room. It's like a little bit better because of the vibe. But the thing is, also the people I'm writing with, I've written with before, so we sort of get each other.
Yes.
And and then I try to come with something. The new thing, what I'm trying to do is, because I got a new computer, and so I'm making like tracks. So like when I come up with the new stuff with Skype, I send like a track, sort of finished stuff, and so like, and then they just like this is the vibe, this is sort of I'm going with this.
Great.
So it's sort of fun, and everybody like it, so it's working.
I love it, brother. I love it so much. And I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, you're go anyway, so I knew this wasn't going to stop you. So well, you've got a guitar there, which is great for us, because one of the things we love to do is to introduce our people to new songwriters and maybe people they've never heard before. So would you play a little something for us? You seem like you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, tell us what you're going to sing and do something.
It's funny. When I first came to Nashville, there was a guy named Mike Kinnaman. And we're best friends now. And but when I first met there, I sent him some songs. He wasn't too impressed. And so I came to Nashville and I said, Mike, I'm in town. Can you give me 5-10 minutes? And he's like, he says, okay, come on in. So when I got in there, he goes, you can go get a guitar off the right of the wall, and you can play me one verse, one chorus of one song. So I played him. And this is one of the first songs I recorded.
Awesome.
And it's called Home with Me. It goes like this. I walk by the old man down in the corner. His arms stretched out like to say please. Needed someone to talk to. I was working hard to find a little peace. There's a hole in you. There's a hole in me. There's a hole in us, ready to fill with love. To find ourselves, to keep our space. Skip this hell. They's talking about this woman. He said it was a girl of his dreams. I felt the tears start to well up. Sounded a lot like you and me. There's a hole in me. There's a hole in you. There's a hole in us, ready to fill with love. To find ourselves, to keep our space. Let's give this hell away. There are things now worth keeping. But we got to find a way. But our minds keep on changing, rearranging, to find the love we seek inside ourselves. It's been 4 months since I've seen you. My friends still say you look sad. Last night I got through without crying. Yesterday, without getting mad. There's a hole in you, there's a hole in me, there's a hole in us, ready to fill with love. We find ourselves to keep our space, still this hell, filled with love. We find ourselves to keep our space and skip this hell. Hey. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow. So beautiful. So many hearts going up for that one. So beautiful. Oh, okay. So I love this because I've played with you many times now, and I don't know that I've ever heard that song. I don't know that that's been one that you've done at one of our songwriter nights, and if it is, I missed it. So I loved it. I love that song.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's one of the first songs I played in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good one.
and it's so my friend. He's been taught me a lot, sort of the politics in Nashville a little bit, and what to do and not to do when I first came there, and there's a little bit of you got to sort of know the ropes, and told me how to be quiet, shut my mouth, and just learn. So, but I've done it, and I've worked really hard, and like you say, I have this really fun group of people I work with.
Yes.
I'm so psyched. Like Danny,
Yes.
from the Maiden Brothers.
Yes.
You have
Brother Maiden,
Jan Buckingham.
Yes.
And Cass Sanford.
And Trip.
And you,
Yeah.
and there's like this really great group of like talented, hardworking, getting things done kind of people.
Yep.
And it's just like, it's like a family. Like we have those Belcourt Taps nights.
It is a family. Mm-hmm.
It is, and we always, the whole thing is I'm trying to do is bring some, like I always say, we have some young people like that, like maybe 16 and 17-year-olds.
Oh yeah, that's 16-year-old girl. Yeah.
And bring them in with like older, like more experienced, songwriters and artists, and sort of so to get the young vibe from the young, the young people, but they get the knowledge from the old, and the older people get some young energy from the young, and they bring it to their thing. So I think it's really fun, and as you've met a lot of people, and you're writing with a lot of people from the shows, right? And that's the whole purpose of it. That's why I do it.
Well, you're a people person first, I really think that. I mean, you are. You're a people person, and who happens to be a songwriter. And so we always do this thing where I ask some questions, the same 3 questions every night. So I'm going to ask the 3 questions, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our special sort of reveal we have tonight on the show that I'm really, really looking forward to. So let me ask you our 3 questions. So the first question is, and when we started doing this, we had no idea how long this was going to go. We certainly didn't think we were ever going to get to 30 episodes, but here we are. So the questions, have been changing. The questions are the same, but people's answers might change, depending on how long this goes on. But what has been the hardest part of this time for? What's the hardest part of this time of social isolation?
Well, I guess the hardest part, every time we have to go to the store, my wife, she freaks out. She's like, she panics, what I mean? Because of, and I have my parents are down here, and they're in a memory care unit, and my dad's 95, and my mother-in-law lives behind, she's 88 years old. And so we have a lot of older people, and, that in our vicinity, so we have to keep careful.
Yes.
And of course, we're supposed to go to Europe for 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
Got a car.
I know.
Thank you.
I know. So that's real. Those are real. Well, this is why I love asking the questions, because I want people to, hear real perspectives from everybody all over the country that we've been talking to. And that's a very real concern, especially if you're taking care of people who are super susceptible to this. Okay, well then, I like to say for you personally, what has been sort of not an upside necessarily or a silver lining, but something maybe positive that came out of this that you didn't expect, something positive?
Well, I think that, my wife will say, I'm getting all the honeydew list done.
I think a lot of people would say that.
I can't believe it. But I think the positive thing is like, there's so many random acts of kindness.
Yes.
When I worked with the DMAT team, and I was at 9/11 on the pile. I worked there on the pile for 2 weeks. I worked with the people of Katrina.
Yes.
And there was this. The thing is, we as a country, and I think it's all over the world too, but we rise up to that occasion.
I think
when
so.
people they just do one random act of kindness, and you see it all the time.
Amen.
Just helping people getting food. I'm shopping for them.
Yes.
Small things, but it's like that's our true heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Most of Americans, and that's what I love, and we will rally, and you've seen it. I'm sure in many things that people that come in and doing kind things.
Yes. Yes. Well, I love that. Yes. That's a positive thing, and we have seen so much of that. Well, then that leads me to the third question, and then I'm glad you brought that up because then we're going to touch on that other thing you mentioned. But what would you say right now you feel like you've learned from this? Is there something that now you'll take away, and it could certainly change if we're in this boat for another 3 months? But what have you learned?
Well, I guess I've learned is for me, I'm sort of spoiled. I'm in Florida. I have a swimming pool.
Yeah. We'll be right there.
But it's like, you just, you start doing things at home and you start enjoying your family. And, you don't need all these outside things to make you feel better. Some people, they look for everything around, these different things on the outside to try to,
I love that.
Them to have that perspective. And I think the new perspective for me is it's right at home.
I love that. That's a song, brother. We're gonna write that one on our Skype, right? I'm telling you, right here, it's right at home. Okay, so now I want to talk to you a little bit about what you did before I met you, and what sort of leads us to our special thing tonight. And you touched on it a little bit. Your work after 9/11. Tell everyone out there the flip side of a songwriter. What was your day job for so many years? What did you do?
Well, I was a paramedic and a flight medic.
Yes.
I was also a firefighter too. So
yes.
I was on a helicopter for 5.5 years as a flight medic, and then they took us to fire school. And then I was an ALS engine, which means advanced life support on an engine. So we didn't transport, but we did everything an ambulance would do.
Yes.
And that too. Yeah. But did 23 years here in Naples. The old joke in Naples is old people move to Florida and their parents move to Naples.
Yeah.
One of the first people I met was so cool. So that she was 100 years old. And she was the first female saxophone player in the world.
Oh, well,
I was going wow, that's so cool, yeah. And she got kicked out of the house because she had played a jazz band.
Oh, wow, amazing.
But no, just and it was a great job, and I sort of fell into it. I came down here originally with a business, and the business fell through. And so we were basically homeless, and I was working 2 jobs. And one of the waitresses, when I was working at my second job, she was going to EMT school, and I go, I could do that.
Yeah.
So I sort of jumped in full,
Wow, that's an
and
amazing job to jump into, because you really jumped in. I mean, that's quite. I mean, you're a hero. You're one of the people right now that we're talking about tonight. That's putting your life on the line to save others. That says so much about you. And it's important.
Well, I was the oldest of 10 children, so when you're the oldest of 10 children, the caregiver thing kicks in.
Yeah, I guess so. You just took it to the next level.
But I thought, what a great job that I get to help people for a living.
Yes.
How great is that? What do I go to work in the day, and it's not always every call was life and death.
Right.
Sometimes it was just you need to hug somebody. Sometimes you just need compassion. Sometimes you just had to relieve someone's pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Literally, and through medication. Just whatever it was, you know what I mean? And we did. And it was so I loved it because it was interesting for me. And I'm a little attention deficit. So I need things to keep my attention going.
Yes.
And that kind of job is, you never know what you're walking into.
Right.
Even though, like, they tell you, you think you know what's coming in, then you walk in the door and it's like totally something different.
Right. Right.
But I try to treat every patient like they were family.
Right.
No matter what they did, because some patients were like, the police caught them for doing things they weren't supposed to do. But I always gave them respect and treated them like I would like a family member.
Amazing.
And, yeah.
Well, that then leads me to the next part of our show, the last part of our show tonight. So I've been thinking of you through this whole time too, because I know that your heart, you must be aching for what you're seeing, especially out of, we love New York, especially out of New York.
Oh, yes.
About these first responders, about the people working in the hospitals, and anyone on the front lines, anyone that's out there helping. But I know that your heart must be going out. So tell the people watching on Facebook land, what you were feeling about what you're watching happen right now with this virus and the people responding, and then what you decided to kind of do about it, and what you built from it.
Well, I just being a paramedic, like I have a lot of friends that are still on the front lines right now. And when I talk to them, they say, it's such a panic thing. Every time you get a call, you never know what, does somebody have this, have to gown up, everything has to be, every time you walk in the thing, you take your shoes off, you disinfect your shoes, disinfect your clothes, and I'm looking at New York and all this, there's people dying, and I think of the nurses, all the people I worked with, when they just get, you get that thing, a lot of times when it was, when people died in front of you, it was the saddest thing. They're like, please help me, don't let me die. And you're doing everything you're supposed to do, everything that's right.
Right.
But it's just not working, and you just watch them fade away. It crushes you. And then the other thing too is you see these, in the situations I see these people, nurses because nurses have usually really big hearts, and their patients now their families can't see them, so they don't even get to
isolated.
See them.
Right. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
And so I'm thinking, and you see so much after a while, it sort of breaks you, and you need that, I know there was time, and I think music is another thing that I use as a tool, because I went through, some tough stuff too. My son, I had an 8-year-old son that was killed by a car.
Yep.
Had a car accident. 14 years coming up.
Yep.
My sister just died of cancer 6 weeks ago. So, we've been through some stuff, tough stuff.
Have.
But, actually more than 2, because I guess 8 weeks. But we were talking about, if she died now, we had the whole family. It's 50 of us, we all came down. And everyone rallied around her sister,
Yep.
And it was heart-wrenching but beautiful at the same time. But if this was now, that wouldn't have been able to happen.
Different situation. Very frightening. Very heartbreaking.
She would have been by herself.
Yep.
And we wouldn't be able to, help her. So it's
So tell me about this beautiful thing that I got in my inbox last night that you created, because this was I'm speechless. You had mentioned you were doing this. You had mentioned that this was on your mind, that this was calling to you. I just saw this for the first time last night, and I want you to tell them what you did and who you worked with and how you made this happen.
Well, actually I was walking my dog, and there was my neighbor's down the street, and he's a filmmaker. He works for Bright Up Films over in Miami. We do a lot of stuff, and of course he's shut down. As we know, a lot of TV shows right now are not working. And so I told him, I said, we have this song called "Hope's Alive," and it's really beautiful, and it's all about hope. And right now, I think people need hope. That's a huge thing. And plus, not only just regular people, but all the frontline people. And I'm talking about nurses, doctors, truck drivers, people working in the grocery stores. Everyone that's there, the essential that, basically, you don't think about it, but, the cashier at the grocery line they put herself in harm's way.
Yes.
And some of these stores aren't, so I wanted to, do something and get some pictures. So I had a lot of friends and nurses, people from Johnson & Johnson, Belgium, people in Mexico, all around the world, people I know around here, and I just started putting them down. I said, listen, I need pictures of some of you, in what you're doing,
right?
A little bit more, and to do. To show what you're going through.
Yeah, to real time.
So we took this song, and I asked Demitri, Blanco, that's his name, and he put it together for me. And so he was looking for the right, I don't know what you call it, but a program. He had to render it. It took a long time.
Yeah.
But it came out beautiful, and I sent it to people to say what they say, and everyone's like, "I'm crying."
Well, that's what happened to me.
Let
me just add this little one thing before we go ahead and play it. We're actually going to show it tonight, and it'll be. I just saw it last night for the first time, so we're going to play it here. But to me, when I looked at it, I didn't exactly know what you were doing. I knew that you'd taken this song that Tim and I wrote together called "Hope's Alive." I played it on the show actually about 5 nights ago. And I knew that you were doing something with it. It spoke to me as a love letter to the first responders. I really felt like that's what you were trying to do with it. It was a way to really tell them thank you. I mean, people going out on their balconies at 7 o'clock and applauding and so much love, but really a way to tell them, thank you. Because we're all doing things like this, and we're so blessed that we don't have to be out there right now on the front line. But it really is beautiful. So tell me again the name of the guy that put it together.
His name is Demitri Blanco.
Awesome, Demitri, beautiful job. And
he did an awesome job.
Yeah, and the song is "Hope's Alive," and so we're actually gonna end our call with you in a moment, and we're gonna play it for everyone so that everyone out there can see it. It's quite beautiful, and I'm glad that your friends were able to send in photographs and that you put it together from all around the world. That's amazing too. It's really. And you have such a big heart, and you're a really important part of my life. So you stay safe down there, and you take care of yourself and the folks and those chickens. And let's get on our co-write sometime next week. I'll figure out Skylar's school, and we'll find a time that I can use the computer, and we'll do that. And I miss you a lot. I can't wait till we're back at Belcourt Taps playing and singing. Yeah. And just keep up the beautiful writing. And I'm super proud of this song that we wrote, and I'm really blown away by what you were able to put together with it. So thanks for doing that and having such a big heart.
You did such an awesome job on it too. I mean, people tell us who's the artist? And I go, it's Randi Driscoll. And so, yeah.
Well, I love you, brother. Okay, so big hugs to you and your family. Hugs to everyone there, okay? Your wife and businesses, okay?
See you, Tim. Thank you.
I love you, Tim.
All right.
Okay. That's my friend, Tim McGeary. Big heart. He's a great guy, too, because he's got all these East Coast sort of sensibilities, so I always tease him. He's a little bit New York to me, and just like a teddy bear, so that's one of the reasons I love him. So this is a song that we wrote maybe a year ago. I'm pretty sure Trip Weir produced it for us. If I'm wrong, I will put that in the comments. It's called "Hope's Alive," and this is a video that Tim just explained he felt called to make. He was he worked in the medical field for 23 years, and now we just know him as a beautiful songwriter, but he felt compelled to do this with his friends, so we're going to show it to you right now. So here it is. Here's "Hope's Alive."
Uh-oh.
In the darkest of times, I get the feeling I'm only bits and pieces of the me I used to be. In the hardest of times, I get to thinking if you put them back together, will anyone know it's me? seas end, and grab on tight with both of my hands. Yes, I know I'll see the sun again. Yes, I know you couldn't break me if you tried. Yes, I know this is not the way my story ends, and I will rise out of the ashes, hopes alive. Hopes alive. Angels by my side keeps hope alive. Angels by my side keeps hope alive. Angels by my side keeps hope alive. Angels by my side. Yes, I know I'll see the sun again. Yes, I know you couldn't break me if you tried. Yes, I know this is not the way my story ends, and I will rise out of the ashes, hopes alive. Hopes alive.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful video. Thank you, Tim, for making that happen. We will put all of the links up for that so that all the people that put that together get the proper credit for doing such a beautiful job. For those of you that tuned in right at the end, I saw a few of you came on. My friend Tim McGeary, who is a songwriter, that's how I know him here in Nashville, but also has worked in the medical first responder field for many years. What do you say, EMT, firefighter, all of it for 23 years. This was his sort of idea to do a love letter to the people out there. And those are real photographs of people that he knows that sent pictures in, and you can certainly tell because almost every single one of them is wearing a mask, so it's very current. Rain is coming down hard in Nashville. It's Sunday. We love you. Remember that your vibe attracts your tribe, and we love our tribe. You want to come say goodnight, sweet girl?
Yes.
Yes, big hugs to everyone out there that's hurting. Thanks for being with us tonight. Okay, love, 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 love. Hang in there. Okay, we'll get through it. Hang in. The water's fine.